Hello guys, my name is Fox and welcome to part 24 for Axum campaign in Crusader 2. Let's continue. So in the previous episode we've done a war with Abyssinia. We took like 2 provinces from him, and right after that we've got a faction, another one faction to increase council power in our country Fire, but we already pretty much dealt with it, or at least like halfway through. We already covered their armies a couple of times. I had to hire mercenaries for that just because I didn't really want to mess with that for too long. And yeah, we only need to get a couple extra percents of war score. Oh yeah, and our brothers actually starting to pop children relatively frequently now. We're like, none of them had at least one, and now we all have like one at least. Also, yeah, in the comments I've got an advice again, not to forget to change the culture of my children. So I'm gonna be trying to look for that. And actually, let's go and just start with that. Change the educator. I've already, before the recording, looked into the culture, and looks like we only have one Ashkenazi person in our court. He's not even that great, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna give the education of... Oh, he needs to be at least 6 years old, never mind. If I'm not gonna forget to do this when he's gonna be 6 years old, I'm gonna change his educator to this guy if he's still gonna be alive. Do we have any 6 years olds around? I think it's gonna tell me when they need their education, so then I would be able to change the educator as well. Okay, there goes another part of their army. Oh, we're not even kept on 75% war score from battles now. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna be trying to siege down anything then. Just gonna go and kill their army. Also, I think... Oh, what's happening here? Defending against hosts. I think that somewhere between the episodes, the King of Abyssinia died, because I don't see any truces with him. So I think as soon as we're gonna be done with this rebellion, we're just gonna go and declare war on Abyssinia again, because I really want to go and become a kingdom as like soon as possible, because it's gonna give us quite a few benefits, at least just in managing the titles. The White Lion, sure, we're just gonna send some people to find it. Also, we have some technology points to spend. So in here, I guess I want like castle infrastructure, and in here, I guess I want something like it doesn't really matter, like religious customs, and maybe like legalism. At some point in the game, legalism been useful, but now doesn't really give much. I don't know why. This girl got an education. Okay, that's cool. And we have 99%, so one extra like month, and we're gonna get to 100, and all of them gonna get imprisoned. Am I gonna be releasing them, any of them, from prison? It might be just more secure for me to just keep them there to prevent them from future factioning. Okay, actually, I don't even need to get rid of mercenaries. I do need to stand down my armies. But if I want to declare on Abyssinia right away, I might just go and roll with mercenaries. Yeah, we don't have a truce anymore, so we might as well just go and declare a holy war immediately again. The only problem might be that a lot are gonna join, almost certainly, but they only have 600 troops. So, do we need to do something else? Yeah, we need to reappoint our chancellors. And yeah, probably like most of our powerful vassals is gonna be in prison. Or at least some of them. I'm just gonna keep them there for now at least, because I don't want any extra rebellions at least right now. What is this? It's like just pillagers? That looks like it. Are we allowed to pillage? No. Okay, so I already forgot. Yeah, cancel. We're just gonna get the top guys in here then. If most of the powerful vassals probably gonna get imprisoned. Oh, you look Jewish. No, you look Greek. Never mind. You, I guess, just gonna continue study technology in Constantinople, and considering that you're already a eunuch, they couldn't really do much to you in Byzantine, or in Constantinople, only like blind you maybe. So, you're pretty likely, or a pretty useful person there. Which is gonna be collecting taxes. This guy, Accordat. Haven't you converted yet? No. And my diplomat. Yeah, you have been trying to fabricate a claim on one of these provinces. And I guess I'm not gonna be against you continuing, so sure. Try to give me this island. And all the other ones are fine. We need a designated regent, commander, and court physician. Oh, so the guy we had unfortunately died. Okay, let's go and get a new court physician. Or whatever happened to him, I don't know. Sure, some honorary titles as well. I guess people in prison don't really need honorary titles. So I'm just gonna give them to whoever. And some new commanders as well. Oh, my brother and heir. Yeah, that's fine. I have quite a few brothers, so if one of them were to die, it's not really gonna affect us that much. Okay, and I guess we're just ready to go and declare war on the Abyssinia right away again. They're not really gonna be able to do much about that. And I'm just gonna go and declare for like... Yeah, sure, for this. Why not? Gondor has already been sieged down by hosts, so I don't want to declare for that. But for this one province, it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go and smash their army right away and start sieging down stuff immediately. Also, why do we don't have anyone in the middle? It's quite weird. But yeah, let's go and get new leaders appointed. Could we catch you? 23rd, 25th, yes we can. We're gonna be fine in the mountains, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we lost our courtship lane. What's happened with him? Not entirely sure. Oh, and we don't even have a loyalist in the council. That's interesting. Yeah, let's go and get a new court rabbi, I guess, then. And if he failed in Accordat, I'm gonna send you to like Wag. I don't know which religions might be easier to convert, but we have so many of them religions in our country. Sunni, Miaphysite, Monophysite, and we are Jewish. And also we do have even one of the like Nestorian ones. Or at least it's not Nestorian, it's a heresy of Nestorian. Oh, and we're getting an immediate claim. I guess I'm gonna take it. I hope this guy gonna just live long enough for me to use it and not waste my my money. Yeah, I think it's gonna be smart to siege down this war goal because it's gonna give us a lot of war score and second war score as well if needed. And the pillagers just burned down this thing to the ground, which is not really great. And we're getting on the hunt. I don't know if I'm going personally, but that's fine. King Khalil of Axum has inherited Council of Wag. I'm not really a king, it's a petty kingdom, but sure. Okay, so now I need to give away Wag. Or do I? I actually been thinking about like keeping one of these. What duchy are you part of? Oh. Yeah, if I were to become a king, I need to have a pretty huge duchy as my personal one, just to be able to have more land in it. Is there a duchy map? De jure kingdoms, de jure empires, de jure duchies. Yeah, like Duchy of Afar is probably the best one in here. Axum is relatively decent. But yeah, all of these freaking duchies are so damn tiny. Just really annoying. Do I have... Yeah, I do have 2 provinces in Axum in here. Personally. Do I have the Duchy of Axum myself? Yeah, it's called Petty Kingdom of Axum. Sure. So which one do I want to give away? Wag is 48, and I have something down here, right? Like La Comenza. They're pretty equal. But I guess I'm gonna keep... Oh, there's even like 2 castles in Wag. But I would need to give away both of them. Or, I mean... create a random person here. Let's go create a random vassal there. I guess I'm just gonna go and give away La Camelza. Just because Wag is closer, so sure. Doesn't really matter that much. So, man not imprisoned. Any marriage, not a ruler. My culture, my religion. Adult, not a great house. Who do we need? Someone with like stewardship. Sure. Go and get yourself Lacamelza. And for some reason our court Trebi changed, but I think we should be able to appoint him again. Yes. And you're gonna get back to converting Wang. Guess it should be fine. We're sieging down the war goal. You spend weeks in the military research and yeah, you fail. But I could become humble. No, arbitrary is pretty terrible, so sure, we might as well become humble. Are we losing any money for these guys? Oh, we could even keep up with the mercenaries, thanks to our awesome income. Could we improve anything in this trade port region? No, we can't, because we're lacking... because we just can't. Okay. We could upgrade a hospital in here, though. For some technology spread point, but no, that's fine. Anything in our capital? Oh yeah, we haven't been upgrading our capital for quite a while. Let's go and get ourselves training grounds. Live reinforcement, rates new size model of armies. Sounds great. And only 300 ducats. Okay, vassals shouldn't be upset about me raising their levies, because I've already stood everyone down and only using mercenaries. And yeah, duchies we're not gonna be creating, because it's quite unnecessary. If you couldn't really give them away to anyone. Oh, actually, it looks like this guy didn't even join the war for whatever reason. He's been studying the art of mounted combat under the tutelage of a skilled local horseman. Okay, I'm getting free marshal. That's actually great. It's gonna slightly increase the amount of armies I could raise, and it's always useful. What is this thing? Oh yeah, these guys just embrace Shia when they got attacked by Fatimids. Oh, that's why they were allowed to leave, which is pretty interesting. And Fatimids are reunited again. Hasnate. You were not in here before, were you? I don't remember. But yeah, that's unfortunate that Fatimids are all together again. And actually, I only could raise up to like 11,000 troops. So we're slowly but surely getting our numbers up. So hopefully to preventing Fatimids from attacking us this way. And maybe even getting close to taking Fatimids ourselves. Also, what the hell is going on in here? Pisa controls all of that, Salerno, Pisa, Sicily, what's going on? Why is there so much Catholicism around there? And Navarra, Amalfi... Was it like this before? I totally remember having a kingdom I didn't remember how to pronounce in here. And it was Sunni or Shia. And there was definitely no Sicily there. But now Sicily have a border with Fatimids. I hope it's gonna provoke some wars between Catholic and Sunni world. But that's really weird. And yeah, this region, though, Andalusia, is still not freed from Sunnis. So this is pretty weird. What's else interesting happening there? Like Rus exists? It does. Like no Finland, no Sweden or anything. Scotland, no England. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we crushed this guy's army again and actually gave us a ton of war score. And then this one we're actually limited by 75%. I guess that's because the previous war was not limited in war score from battles, probably because it was a rebellion. And regular wars are actually limited. I guess that might kind of make sense. And I think this one extra siege should probably give us enough war score to just finish. Your subject Abeba has been converted to Jewish faith. That's great, but I would prefer Provence to be converted. One of his heresies has been spread in Accordat. Or has spread into Accordat. As long as it was not Jewish before, I would be fine with that. But actually might have been Jewish. Or maybe not. It's all fine. Okay, give me enough war score to finish the war, please. And let our truce timer start ticking down. So, with this one we're definitely just gonna go and create some random vassals. And give away this castle as well. To someone with... Sure, more stewardship, why not? It's gonna be... what? How do you call it? Matama. Sure. You go here. And I guess... Also, you've dealt with your host somehow. Even though I've crushed your army. I know how, but it's great. I guess we now can stand down our mercenaries. If only we don't want to attack like a Lothian right away. Which actually might be reasonable. We could go and take Kassala from them, like, easily. Or do I want to just have some peacetime? It doesn't necessarily need to happen. Alode, you only have 800 troops. Abyssinian army already got obliterated and I already have these mercenaries standing. Sure, let's just go and attack you. Am I getting like anything towards like defensive pacts? Where is this threat thing shows? I don't remember already. By the way, what I also forgot to do is set my crown focus. I don't know why it gave me no pop-up. But yeah, when my ruler changed, we lost this crown focus, so I reset it to my capital. Apparently there's like no more threat. Oh, it's probably like in Diplo. Yeah, in here, threat 2%. Why is it so low? Because when we've been playing as Shias in here, like every single goddamn war gave me like 50% threat. But in here I'm declaring war after war on Abyssinia and it's only like 2% and no one really cares. I don't know, but I guess we're just gonna go and declare another one. And it's just good old CK2 where you just declare war after war and expand as much as possible. Or would Abyssinia gonna be called in? I don't know. But this guy got called in and smashed right away, which is perfect for me. Could we catch your army? Not quite in time, unfortunately. 14's 10. Oh, come on. And you also got a daughter. That's great. How old my son is, by the way? 3 now. Could we please somehow catch your army in time? 8th of December, 28th of December. We couldn't, because we're moving into mountains and it's really damn slow. But I really want to finish off your army before starting to siege down Kassala. Even though as a tribe it should be actually like extremely easy to do. And yes, there is Abyssinia. Abyssinia actually decided to protect their brethren, or like, yeah, their brethren, even though Alode have not joined the war when they've been taking Abyssinia. Yeah, let's just go get some extra battles out there. Because it's all should give us second war, or not second war score, but regular war score at least. Oh, and we also captured some Sunni peasants. Why do you have Sunni peasants in your war? And it's probably, yeah, it's gonna be a cap 75, so let's gonna try to siege down Kassala. As a tribe, it shouldn't be too hard to do, hopefully. Yeah, 10% spirit sick, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And do we actually have plots? No, we don't have plots anymore. Could we go and try to kill King of Abyssinia? Just to reset our truce timer, because I don't really want to wait 10 extra years. He only have 2 provinces left, so we're really close to becoming a proper kingdom. And it would be nice to speed up this process. If there's anyone I could bribe, I would probably do this. If there's enough people to bribe. And there actually might be. So... How many I don't want to count, because I'm probably gonna... be miscount. Oh, we actually could bribe Princess and Queen of Abyssinia. How much money it's actually gonna be? 15? 15? Yeah, even if it's not gonna be enough for 100%, it's still like cheap enough to just try and bribe them all. And it's actually more than 100%, which is perfect. So let's hope King of Abyssinia is just gonna get killed in like close or soon enough. And we're gonna get a new person to just attack without a truce timer. My wife has complained about me being absent so often, and so when I found that I had some extra gold to spend, I decided to buy her something nice. Sure, we're just gonna buy her the most expensive ruby we could find. Because I spent pretty much the same amount of money just bribing, or like 3 times the amount of money bribing all the people in Abyssinia. As much as I could spend on her gift. Does actually make her like me well enough? Lover plus 40. Is it the event? That might be, I don't know. And we captured another one person and another one, sure. But for now it's actually time for me to have a break, guys. So I'm gonna do this and we're gonna continue in the next episode. So if you enjoyed watching this, you could leave a like, if you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, definitely do it. And I would answer as soon as I could. See you later, guys. Bye bye.